Hey there, beloved Ascension Pioneers. Welcome to another video of mine. I am Polona, and I guess you all know it because you're probably tuning into my videos. So today I want to make a beautiful video about surrendering to divine love. We are transitioning to New Earth. It's like first Ascension year for so many of us. Well, I was thinking today that I was going to do an automatic writing about this, transitioning to New Earth, and I'll probably be doing it on this weekend. I'll see how Spirit flows. Lately, I'm so much in flow. There's these big synchronicities happening in magic and things that sometimes overwhelm me, but I guess this is happening to many of us. And it's like messages are coming from people, from things, from numbers, from everywhere. It's like, bam, Spirit is speaking to us. It's like things are unraveling really fast. So sometimes I didn't have time to always come here and talk to you, although there's been several messages. I was trying to reply to all of my emails yesterday. It was quite intense because there's a lot of people reaching out now. It's like when someone becomes so illuminated and so shining with their light, everyone feels it. And then people are saying, I feel your energy. Oh gosh, what's happening? But it's still learning to kind of be in sacred space of our own. So because it's like we need to tap into our inner source, all of us. Sometimes people like, wow, the first person or thing they see that shines and glows, I want that. But it's more about becoming that. So this is what I've been focusing on my messages throughout the entire time. And I was talking about several things from self-empowerment to how to achieve that and how to be in your space. Because a lot of people are trying to be somewhere, trying to match someone vibrationally or trying to get somewhere and think it's a journey. Or some people might ask me on via questions, how far ahead am I on my journey? And it's not a race, it's not a competition, it's just the journey is always in the now and it's always lived through you. So also a lot of people ask, well, how do I find these answers? Or they're looking for external confirmation and guidance and teachings. But I always like to say that our life is the only guide that we truly need, because our life has all the answers for us already. It's like how we flow with our life. We just have to observe it and climb up sometimes you have to climb a mountain and look at the view from up there and see the bigger picture. Because when you'll see the bigger picture, not just the events, the situations, the stories you've been telling yourselves, because a lot of people tell me all about their life, everything, and they say, oh, and this happened to me and this happened to me and I was abused, or I did this and I was bad, I used to be bad, I didn't live like this, and so many emails like this. It's like people still associate them with these stories. These stories are not stories. We are not our stories. We are love. We're infinite, eternal love that exists in infinity of light, of being, and also in creation of all that is. And we are learning right now to remember that. We're basically unlearning as we go along, as we flow. But it's like we are reaching such high potentials right now because the energies are moving so fast. If we only see it, if we only open up to it. And there's been so much connecting to so many people lately and messages received. But sometimes, when you're in the new, things change because your consciousness has shifted and you see things you might have not even seen before, and you're opening yourself to that flow. So if you're still one of those who's like saying, oh, but this happened, or this person left my life, or, whatever, everything is only about you. But at the same time, it's not personal. What is happening with the events and other people, how they treat you, it's basically how they treat themselves. It's always about you. And we all have been knowing things like that, but now we're integrating them. Now we're embodying. We need to become the divine love. Allow the love to flow through us and to become this empty vessel. So like I say, a lot of people ask for this external guidance and seeking still out there somewhere, trying to find themselves. But we already are all of it. Sometimes there's this confusion because we want to be something else instead of finding out our own variation of creation. Like today, a friend of mine has contacted me and she's told me some things and just sharing messages with me, and was sharing about how powerful these beings are, like I am, and so on, and sharing about this great power and why it was a certain way and why other people also need to remember their own power and then to work together. Like people like to associate with themselves with these labels, indigo, starseed, whatever. For me, this is all new age. you have to look deeper. You have to go into the deepest level, which is variation of creation. Like, find answers in the subtle places that you wouldn't imagine. Like, for me, that one of those things was the movie Lord of the Rings. Well, basically the trilogy. You have all there, and you have the explanation also in the book Silmarillion. Sorry, hard to pronounce that. And everything's there about how different aspects come into being, how each serves their own purpose, you know. So my friend said today we have to learn to remember our own, and then learn to cooperate. That's why I keep talking. This year is a year of community and cooperation. And what has started last year before the solstice, which was already, you know, being implied to us, Spirit has already shown us the potentials, the venues, the new. And there was still time for some purging, and because let's face it, 2012 energy portals have opened up this huge, huge wave that needed to, permeate everything that was not of that authentic self, of that core. So we're becoming our souls now. And this time now is being remembered again. Like, oh, Spirit has already shown us this, but we need to embody it first. We need to go through that first. And then we stand, we claim our spot, we claim our sovereignty, we claim our individuality within oneness. Because oneness is also individuality and vice versa. That's why, there's this beautiful play out of everything. So the moment you come to the mountain, you see the bigger picture, you remember who you truly are, you don't no longer see anything as a victim or bad, or you're just totally neutral standing on your mountaintop, looking down below into the valley, realizing and claiming back your inner power, and just allowing love to flow you. To overflow you, pardon me. Today I posted this writing on Facebook, which reads, "What was once possible is now becoming highly probable. There is new life right in front of us, but we have to be brave and bold to step into it. There's new earth right in front of us, but we need to shift our perception to notice it and to become a part of it. There is magic everywhere, but we need to embody it to feel it. There's such beauty and simplicity in surrendering. It does not need to be complicated. It does not need to be difficult. It is not a struggle. Love just is. In surrendering all that is not within the natural flow of divine love, we can feel the beauty of all that is. And once we truly let go and trust, true love finds us. And then we realize it was there all along." And like my beautiful sister of light, Sonia, likes to say, I remember reading her post just today, that we have two ways to see the situation. The reality is always neutral. It's benevolent. It's there. It's source. But how you see it depends. So you're moving within your energies, or are you still seeing everything as, you're being limited? You're not getting resources for your path, of course, because you're not aligning with it. So therefore you're not magnetizing it. So either flow with this flow of prosperity, or see it as something that truly is not, but it still is a part of your reality because you choose to see it this way, you see. So because a lot of people are still surrendering and releasing and writing to me, oh, I just wish to surrender to love, but I don't know how. I remember I was going through my notes today, making the new moon writings. I don't call them, setting my intentions, because I never talk about goals. It's not about goals, because what is goal? It's just this fleeting thing. You see one goal, you have it, you do it, and you're off to the next one. I don't do that. Everything is already here in the now. It's just about feeling your essence, where your timeline is right now, what your power is telling you right now, where your energy is supposed to be shifting through your highest potential. That's all you need, and that is surrendering to love. So when I was doing this writing, I came across some of my old writings, and I saw this releasing full moon letter that was at the end of March, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is something I want to read today, because I want to talk about surrendering to divine love, and especially so many people are now opening up, like sharing all these messages with me. Someone even wrote today that they're just happy to check out every day if I've posted a new video, and then they savor it for later, so they get all excited, what new they're going to learn and embody. You see, this is the true path of one who wishes to only fully merge with their true essence. And being so devoted and surrendered to it, that shows that you're discovering your inner source and source of all that is, and being the explorer of life instead of this passive bystander who just says, okay, I guess it's not my time to live. Others can live, but I'm just going to be here, just observing how others live. You're not. You're this precious jewel who can create anything. And this is the time. We've been doing a lot of integration to be preparing for this time now. And it is now. So if you're still in those steps, you want to do some surrendering and releasing, I'm going to invite you now to come join me, us, Ascension Pioneers, and to also hold the intent of love for all the pioneering spirits out there. And for everyone who, because we have immense power, don't forget that. This can overflow anywhere and anyone. So to anyone who wants to reach it, and it is for their highest good, it can reach it as well. So I'll be reading these words, starting now. Every chapter of my journey was for me, and everything that ever was happened perfectly, as well as it also transpired the same way. I am the eternal transformer in this game of life. I am the eternal dreamer, and my visions are always big. Every decision that I ever made was perfect and completely aligned with my divine plan and the grand plan of all that is. Every decision is perfect, because every decision leads me to you. It always has, and it always will. It is ongoing, it is forever knowing, and only in your arms I rest perfectly. I am forever yours, and you are forever mine, as every thread of love, of life in creation passes right before our eyes, the eyes of the eternal observer. I am you, and you are also me. In this stillness of knowing and merging with the self, there is no needing to seek, to belong, to long for, to think, or to question anything. As in this deep silence, everything is already known. And only in this silence, creation can be felt, and all that is can just be, completely as it is. The eternal observer, the eye of my heart and the soul, the light of my being, I am so profoundly yours that only this feeling can feed a poor man's belly and a hunger of thousands. It is not enough to know and seek that. I need to become that, as that I am, so gracefully and humbly as I continue to adore you and melt beneath your feet. Oh, beloved, my eternal source of all, my divine love, in perfect time, in tune and symphony with everything else, playing together as one eternal love. So many flames, flickering and shimmering, as everything constantly dies and transforms, so that the new is yet reborn again, so that I have infinite possibilities to play, create, and remember again and again that I am you, and you are me, as that I am. Well, I hope you liked it. I hope you felt the energy of it. It is not about any person. It is not about any event. It is about surrendering to divine love, embodying your essence. Many people right now are seeking outside of themselves for this reunion, but reunion takes place within. And you cannot know your beloved if you don't know your ultimate beloved. You see, I'll be talking about this in one of my videos next week too. But for now, I just wish to share that be you. Remember who you are as a unique expression of divine love. Divine love expresses itself in many ways and forms, and they're all beautiful, shimmering, unique, amazing, outstanding. So this is like a love letter to myself, and it can be also your love letter, because divine love is one. We're one. And as it flows through me, it can flow through everything. It's like, a river doesn't just have one stream. It can choose another, and it can overflow, and then it comes to the ocean, and then ocean expands as well. So you can also write your own. You can also feel your own. Just go outside. We have immense energy right now. We've been just triggered by the new moon and the solar flare activity all at the same time. So there's a lot of energy coming in, and this year will be very intense. So only surrendering to divine love is what's going to keep you in your space, in true essence of your being, and there will be no hardships there, because if you have a belief that it has to be hard and difficult and struggle, you're still not tapping into the new, which is divine love, which is why we came here to be. You know, so many people think they have a purpose and that needs to be done in a certain way. But all of our purpose in the new is to become our authentic source essence. So a unique variation of creation through embodying divine love. That is who we are anyway. So I'll talk to you soon, beloveds, and I hope you're having a great time, enjoying the magical synchronicities as I am, and just enjoy your blagic. Enjoy magic. I wanted to say magic and bliss at the same time, so it came out blagic. Maybe that's a word. Oh, I also wanted to say this. This is a long goodbye, I know. But I wanted to say that a lot of people in the world are now feeling the telepathy. But we say we're telepathic. I feel you without you even saying something to me. But this is not coming from here, you know, the telepathy channel. It's actually, I call it heart telepathy, or however you might call it. It's coming from heart. It's heart connection and heart feels. And you can describe this, but you feel something. And you feel for others. And this is how we're all merging in this great field of oneness. So, blagic. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you soon and enjoy your magical connections. Take care. Bye.